Windows Mobile was garbage. It was complete rubbish. It was a dying architecture that should have been discontinued back in 2005. But yet you strangle-held it in front of your consumer for 5 additional years. It boggled my mind that he said that. I mean, it was a tough decision. You should have been celebrating and rejoicing. Thank God we're finally away from that old piece of crap, Windows Mobile. Yuck. From what I've seen of Windows Phone 7, I think it's going to be a very slick device, and as I said last week, it's certainly going to be a wild card in the competition against Android. But to go out and say something like that it was a tough decision, it means that your heads are up your rear ends. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, how many phones are custom tweaked by the manufacturer? For example, my HTC Shadow was a Windows Mobile 6 device, even though Microsoft came out with Windows Mobile 6.1. Because my phone was a particular flavor of HTC, I had to wait for HTC to come out with the update for 6.1. But did they? No, of course not. I got left in the dust. So how about this? Even though Microsoft isn't dropping support for Mobile 6.5, the manufacturer might drop support for Mobile 6.5. So in the end, really, Microsoft doesn't have the final say in the matter. If the manufacturer doesn't want to support an upgrade for your phone, you don't get it, regardless of what Microsoft does. So to make empty promises and to say things like it was a tough decision to move away from a pile of rubbish, you've lost credibility with me, and you've upset me. So now I'm going to go to my Android phone, which I love, and I'll have some real fun and get some real work done. How about that action? Whew. Alright, that being said, it's good to have that off my chest. That's all the time we have for this week. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you may do so at PCR Tech. We're also on Facebook at Troy's PCR Tech. The show is also listed on iTunes, so if you are an iTunes user and would like some convenience, please feel free to subscribe to the podcast there. And, I've been doing the show about 8 months now, and I've got a core group of listeners. Again, thank you for your dedicated listenership. I really appreciate you. You're the reason why I do this each week. But I really need to get more listeners on board. So if you've enjoyed the show, please, please, please recommend us to a friend. Subscribe via iTunes or your favorite RSS feed. You can go to pcrtech.com/podcast. There's a link right there to subscribe to the show and get our RSS. That'd be great. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you may email me at troy@pcrtech.com. I hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.